Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, it's your dog, it's the God, it's the GOAT. It's Thomas the Prophet here, man. What's up with y'all? Hey, yo, I'm back after I don't know how many months, cause whatever. I'm back with another venting, honestly venting. And as you see, I got my helmet on cause I rode my scooter. But since I'm out here, just outside, getting some air, even though I kind of came out a little too late. The night dweller, the night owl. I'm about to just kick it to y'all real quick, man. Just chat with y'all, just vent with myself. And I just literally typed this, you know. Well, I guess and I got a bunch of other YouTube ideas as always, of course, as you hear. But this is just what's on my heart right now, with just, what I'm feeling, riding around. What I just been going through, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you see a theme, because honestly, my YouTube channel is kind of like a venting. It's kind of therapeutic, because I got a future in speaking and talking, also bringing humanity and morality back. That's like my biggest thing, bringing love, goodness, care, kindness, compassion, just all the right things back into this world, especially as a man of my ethnicity, as a black man of color, doing it for my people and all people in general. And I just want to kick it to y'all about one thing, one of the biggest things in the world nowadays, which leads to a lot of casualties, and that's heartbreak. And also how you feel like you're still looking for that certain person that hurt your heart and broke your heart, but how there's always new and better love looking for you is out there. But yeah, man, heartbreaks hell, yo. Whether it's on mutual terms, you're in a toxic relationship. The one that always end up hurting the most is the one that really love and care the most, because I guess they couldn't see the red flags or see the signs, or just being a better person than their counterpart. You know what I mean? And a lot of people go through this, man. And a lot of people go through the heartbreak and aches and pains of relationships, even friendships, and it end up leading them down the course of life that really detriments them and traumatizes them, cause them to make choices and decisions they'll regret later down the line, because that whole young and dumb mentality bullshit, which don't exist. That's just a programming narrative. Like I said, a lot of people get their heart broke by the one they love, and they turn into hoes and thoughts, turn into cheaters or homewreckers, abusers, or just hurt everyone in their path because how they was hurt by the ones that hurt them, Because heartbreak don't have to deal with relationship, though. The word relationship is a vast word that can mean friendships or love and family. But predominantly, you already know I'm talking about love and relationships with like a significant other, someone you wanted to make a life partner. But you understand how everything ties together. But yeah, a lot of the heartbreaks of life either makes or breaks a person. And during this social media era, where people don't know how to act nor be themselves, whether it's talking through a camera like me on my phone, or just living life out here trying to find themselves and who they truly are in a world full of variety and vastness. As you come into age, people tend to lose themselves instead of finding themselves and who they truthfully are. And that's a major casualty of the modern day and age we live in. But like Gen X, millennials, or Gen Z, just a lot of pain, and a lot of people that don't know what to do with the pain because they get miseducated, because they get taught from the wrong sources, whether it's from social media or music or negative and bad influences in life. Some people, I guess, people turn to drugs, people turn to sex, People turn to crime and stealing, killing people, hurting people, fighting people, et cetera, all the above, I was with someone that went through all that and did all that. Well, not all that, but some of that. And, that led to her hurting our relationship because, in all truth, her heartbreak caused her to hurt herself, you know what I mean? Which hurt me, and now I gotta deal with that trauma because of a soul tie, because of soul ties, because of, intercourse and intimacy and being in a relationship for a long time. Now it's time for me, or I've been doing for over a year and a half or so, how is to regulate and make right what she and other people, like her exes, her friends, and even my friends made wrong, especially coming from where I come from and how people act and how people are when it comes to heartbreak, whether from trauma, abuse, rape, molestation, bullying, all the above. People just let things and people in the world turn cold because people didn't know how to regulate and make better choices, decisions, become better versions of themselves. Be a lost generation of time. And I'm really trying my best, at least in my own way, to do something about that, because I'm a caring and loving individual, keyword individual, a person that has been dealt a lot of pain in his lifetime, that's been wronged, betrayed, backstabbed, used and abused, lied to his whole life. Really coming to terms with the pain that I made myself used to at a young age. And then over this year and a half, realizing all the pain I went through was okay. It was not and never okay. Really moving forward and healing with the process of regulation and prayer and just waiting and being patient and giving myself everything that I wanted in others. You know what I'm saying? Because when you lack interaction and bonds, connections, and relationships and friendships, you finally have them in the way you always wanted to. It leads you to become codependent. It leads to trauma bonds. It leads to soul ties that is unhealthy, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, even if you're a good person, want to do the right thing, you still got that toxicity and insidiousness inside you when you get angry. Because I got angry, I am angry, but I'm in a better head and heart space than I was like a year and a half ago. Even though I'm still a long way from healing the way I'm going to. I'm not going to say I'm supposed to, but the way I'm going to. Because, I'm progressing every single second. You know what I mean? God got me connected to the source, and I'm finally embracing my power, that power. And I want to inspire that, for others, you know what I mean? A lot of people that come from where I come from, I'm from Piscataway, Plainfield. I live right on the border, but mostly Piscataway, from Orange, East Orange, I'm from Jersey, a lot of hoods and ghettos, or suburbs, streets, a lot of miseducation and a lack of guidance, and people not knowing how nor why to do the right thing or still be a good person even after they've been wronged so many times their whole lives, and the sad thing about it, a lot of people turn evil and cold young, turning into sociopaths without realizing, becoming narcissists that thinks themselves above everyone, but in all true hate themselves more than anybody I know. I dealt with it. Not me, even though I was wondering if I was a narcissist last year. Now I was just going through the cycles of trauma from healing it, after my breakup, and a lot of traumatic things. And I'm happy. And the thing, yeah, I'm happy. The thing I had to learn and needed to learn, and still going through, without reading the book, but doing my information, because, I follow a lot of good pages on social media. Social media can be a help, even though social media does damage a lot. It's just feeling things, being attuned to things, and just what makes my heart feel good in the right way. What is not sin. The sin of lust, the sin of wrath, the sin of greed, sloth. Even though I gained a little weight back. But being hurt by people you love and care about and that you thought and felt loved you the same really takes a toll on you. It takes a number on you that most people, like 99 or 95% of people will break over, especially in my generation, man. Most people are fucking ass. Like, figuratively and literally, a lot of females make themselves just ass, and just ass people. A lot of brothers out here never knew better. You know what I mean? Bless me. Thank you if you said bless you through the camera. Like, people just, a lot of young brothers think that sex is the only form of intimacy they should receive, and a lot of pride and ego and arrogance and insecurity cause them, to hurt a lot of females, and a lot of those females end up hurting good brothers like me, and a lot of other good brothers out there. So, it's just a revolving cycle of heartbreaking pain, unnecessary heartbreaking pain. And people, or schools, or just guardians, or parents, or whoever looks at the youth or teens, of the time, or growing up, never teaching people the fundamentals of self-love and self-respect and self-care, self-esteem, self-worth and value, self-confidence, self-help, self-happiness, self-acceptance. And so people are trapped in a constant funnel of agony and hatred and loathing and just pettiness, vindictiveness, and vengeance because of the wrongs that's been placed on them at such a tender age, being exposed to a cold, cruel world with colder and cruder people, especially in a time of technology. Like, we live in a time where we're scared to be in relationships because we either too heartbroken, or everyone's a hoe and a thot, everyone's a gold digger, everyone is too scared and afraid of commitment and loyalty. Everyone's trying to keep everything to themselves. People hate to get asked questions. People hate to communicate. People hate everything. People just hate. And it's bad, yo. You know what I'm saying? We hate. We hate. And we're just, instead of going up, we're going down. You know what I mean? Hatred. We're trapped in hatred. The world is hate. Rape. Abuse, lying, cheating, stealing, home wrecking, abuse, like, it's toxic. And people nowadays want to pride themselves on being toxic, yo. Being a bad influence. Like, it's fucked up because this narrative was inspired ever since youth, because I remember going through this shit when I was, like, a kid in middle school, and especially in high school. Even when I was younger, wondering why does no one love me as a good person? And I've been heartbroken my whole life without realizing or recognizing it, just dealing and coping with the pain I keep inside, because I don't want to hurt no one else. because God has blessed me to be a good person in a world with bad people. Through that became bad people through unjustifiable means, you know? But, you know, I came close because of my heartbreaks and pain to becoming somebody I'm not and never was. Dealing with toxic people, you know, misguided, lost, broken, conflicted, confused people that needed me. That's the thing. Even with your heartbreak, you're the person that, people needed me. God blessed me and God put me in people's lives. God put me in my ex life. God put me in my friend's life. God just brought me in life for a reason. God brought you in life for a reason. For good or bad reasons, but it's all about, you know, the lessons you take, you know? And I'm constantly learning so many lessons every single day because my brain just does not stop. Like, sometimes it can be maddening, but just know how to regulate and have self-discipline and control. And that's probably some more of the biggest things in this world that is lacking. Self-discipline and self-control. With sex, with lust, with drinking, with smoking, and being out here in the streets. Like, people are scared to be alone and don't know how to be alone and by themselves, you know what I mean? Man, you know, this relationship this video might as well just be about relationships, heartbreak, and people never being able, just love in general, just everything, whatever, you know, we keep it real over here, and bringing humanity and morality and love and truth, and respect and care back, even though all this shit is not going to fit in on the fucking, you know, on my as a title name, whatever. But yeah, man, it's just, we live in a time where hate is perpetuated and glamorized. Females sexualize themselves. Men only think that they gotta provide and give money, dick, because that's all we're made out to be. Females thinking that they just pussy and head. And everyone loves sex, but, you know, we need to put that and invest that energy, that love into real relationships. And we hardly know what a real relationship is nowadays, yo. It's because we're so young and people don't know how to handle judgment, which in truth is truth. People confuse judgment with truth, or people confuse truth with judgment and can't handle it because everyone thinks they're strong, trying to be hard, but it's weak. Everyone's faint, you know? And we just lost. Well, I've been a woke brother for most of my life. Like I said, God blessed me with the intuition. But, you know, when you're surrounded by a crowd, a lot of toxins be put into you to become somebody you're not. And when your heart is poisoned and your heart is broken and cracked open, and then you're in a vulnerable position, anything, if you're not aligned and connected to the source of God and love, can be brought into your heart, which can cause you to manifest whatever surrounding you, because a lot of people are vulnerable and impressionable, and that turns people ugly. I'm happy that even though sometimes I seem uncontrollably angry inside, I got love in my heart, you know what I mean? I cared and I invested, and I was able to. And now I'm learning that, you know, just supporting people, you know, just having to sacrifice and support people, you know, now it's the next step of my progression. Like, my time is going to come, you know. I see, like, for example, my dog David, like, he been on YouTube for longer than me. But there was a point we was around the same, like, subscriber point. And now I'm at, like, 13 subscribers. And he's, like, at 80-something. I used to feel some type of way about that. But now, with the lesson I learned is just like, yo, you know what? I chose, like, I made a choice and decision to choose love and life. So I'm happy for my brother. I support my brother. Subscribe to his channel, David the King. You know what I'm saying? And I have to hope and just wait for my time, because it will come, because my heart is meant for it. I speak into existence. I'm speaking it into existence now. And also the power of words. I remember seeing this thing that said words are spells. You know, when people say talk is cheap, it's not really, it really ain't. No, communication and talking is real valuable, man. So fuck what you heard. You hearing it from me. Talk ain't cheap. Because I talk all day, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you right now. That's what's going to make us blow up, whether it's through rapping or commentating or speaking through the phone. Talk is valuable because talking can teach so many lessons. And with my lessons, as a teacher, as a leader, as an enlightener, an influencer in a positive sense, I'm hoping that y'all, if y'all really fuck with and support me, she said, yo, and this is the part when I wrote, like, everything and everyone will be coming to you. Better love is coming. I don't know what I'm meant for, but I know I'm meant for good things. It's all about what I do and the choices and decisions I make. I can't become everything in my environment. I'm meant for too much greatness, you know what I'm saying? I know people that went to jail. I know people that cheated. I know people that robbed. I know people that stole. And I'm from Piscataway, right next to Plainfield, which is like the hood. And there's worse places than here. But bad is bad, no matter, and trauma is trauma, no matter if it's less or more than someone else. It all matters. I had to learn that. Because I used to always suppress myself. I used to suppress myself from my partner because of what her life was and how she took advantage of that. Or rather, how I let her get away with that. Or how my friends was going through this and that in the streets or getting in trouble while I'm in the house and focusing on football. Even though I'm still going through a lot of pain, just seeing this and feeling all alone and lonely because I have no friends. And people I consider my best friends ain't even with me. They against me in my motive, but they with me because they wish they were me. And that goes with a lot of good people out there, man. So, and I lost a lot of people over the past 2 years. I lost people I really genuinely loved and cared about who broke my heart for years. Undeservingly. Am I perfect? No. But was I loyal? Was I committed? Was I dedicated? Yes. And am I still exclusive to the game? Hell yeah. I am, like, I preserve my energy and my love for the right ones, even though I still perpetuate that love out. You know what I mean? I give my love to everyone, even people that don't like me. Like, I could be misunderstood with how I speak and how I act. People just don't understand the depth of my character, meaning who I truly am. People's, like, I was told I could be mistaken for condescending. And I'm selfless, at least for the most part. I love, I care. I went through some shit that hurt my heart and broke a little bit of my heart at my job. Which, okay, as a man, as a human being, to be vulnerable. I got into it with a coworker and it seemed like it was cool, but he mistaken something I said or how I was saying it. Now we don't even talk to each other, and it's a fellow black man, yo. And that brother has his own tragic backstories in life, which could lead him to being the way he is. Like a lot of people in life, a lot of people that was and is in my life or is and was in your life. But you just gotta keep your heart open to love, to good, to care, to manifest and attract. Because whether if I think so or not, heartbreaks be the biggest saviors, you know what I mean? My heartbreak and my pain and everything I'm going through taught me who I am. It taught me who people really was. It taught me how people really are. Whether going through the heartbreak or after the heartbreak. And my heart still hurt. Like, my heart healed, but it still hurts, you know what I'm saying? My heart is still hurting to this day. Feeling like I'm still looking for and searching for people that's not coming back or staying away because they know. I'm just too real for the world. I'm too real for the streets. I'm too real for the industry. Like, I'm too grounded to earth. Like, I'm a genuine person that I don't use nor take advantage of people because they have or can do. I'm waiting for my wife. You know what I'm saying? And this is the part where I'm talking about, like, better and good love and better love is coming to you. I'm speaking it into existence every day. I don't know when. I'm honestly waiting. But another lesson to learn is okay to be alone. And you gotta be patient, you know what I mean? Just keep on praying and doing, you know what I mean? Like my dog David said, you know, action without faith is dead, or words without action is dead. You know, and that's true. But action is a bigger context than what can be perceived. We ain't got to do all this grand world things or see what everyone is doing on social media. The action with the word is just being a good person. The smallest things is actually the biggest things. Communication, letting people know, telling people the truth, sharing things with people, you know what I mean? Fuck the Fendi bags, no sex if you just bring in, like, all that stupid bullshit. Like, doing the little nicest and kindest things can go far to heal a person's heart and show that you care. You know what I'm saying? Because in the world where I come from, whether if I had it better in family, friends, or not, what the hell I never knew what good was, even when I was good and am good. And getting my heart caved in and stumped in by people I wish were friends, do bullying and name calling and harassing and just a lot of traumatic things, man. And the most dramatic thing is my heartbreak with my old relationship with my ex-girlfriend. But the thing is, God got me. And I pray for all y'all, and I hope y'all know that God got you too. I got y'all, and I want us to have each other. We're a small channel. We barely noticeable. What's 13 people? And I need to learn to be more grateful and thankful for y'all or whoever is viewing, because the lessons that I can embody and teach just existing, you know, and people that's taking on my methods and the methods I took on for other people, like my dog Dave or my dog AG, because those are the ones that stayed with me through the struggles I was going through. Only real niggas. We can inspire a whole community to heal and love and grow the right way. Not everything we grew up used to. Not everything we grew accustomed to. I never did a lot of things that everyone in my town did. I don't live a lot of things that people in my town live. Well, I don't even know what people are doing anymore in my town because I deleted my channel. Well, I deleted my old Instagram and got my new one, The Profit Begins, link in bio. But you also gotta know to cut yourself off from the dead weight. Like, let the dead rest. You can't chase, you can't pursue something or somebody that does not want to be. Because God in the universe can be yanking you in a direction that's more your way. And my way is speaking to you through this phone. Like, it's okay, like, you know, how to learn it's okay as a man to be insecure, you know, with your woman and her past and shit. It's okay to be insecure with yourself and your weight. It's okay to hate and dislike the smoking and drinking and crime that your people is accustomed to and make a lifeless lifestyle of, because that's what the narratives and programming is within the community. You gotta speak up and speak out and tell your truth and the truth. People just afraid and hate to listen because something projected and programmed in people's heads, you know, preaching and talking a lot and asking questions is weird and off. You know, that whole rat and snitching mentality that's poisoned us black people or people in the community in the world. And now we don't know how to learn better or do better or learn from other people, because now we just living in hell. You know what I'm saying? This generation is hell. The past 20 years or so, it's been hell. Life is hell when it's supposed to be heaven. And hopefully, I'm a person that God brought on earth, whether if I was supposed to be born or not, to bring that heaven here. To talk to youth, talk to the girls and boys and men and women that, whether no matter what I think and feel about them, I still love them and pray for them, that we need to do good and be better individuals. I could have gave up on who I was after I've been through everything I've been through for like the past 4 years. Starting with my first job, really getting to see and know what niggas and females is doing and have done out here, back in middle school, back in high school, with the sex, with the drugs, with the stealing, getting in trouble, getting arrested and shit. With the cheating, with the lying, the secrecy, with the meanness, bullying. I could have became everything because of heartbreak and I could have became everything that and everyone I know and seen, been around, been with, dealt with, going through. Because if I let my heartbreaks and my miseducation and ignorance get to me. But nah. Whether through divine intervention or my own action or choice or decision, I'm doing this, man. This is my action. I'm speaking to y'all. I'm healing myself with self-love and self-care. I don't need to do the reading and shit because I am my own educational source. I'm connected through God who puts in my mind how to heal, even though healing is a never-ending journey. Like learning is a never-ending journey. You're always healing, learning, and growing, elevating, evolving, and ascending. So I'm going through the processes of being prepared to take and have good things. And if there's chances and opportunities, for friendships and relationships and fun in a good, healthy way, that's not what's projected in society, like smoking and drinking and crime and getting in trouble and uncommitted sex. I'm welcoming it. I'm welcoming love, despite everything I feel and think I've gone through. Because you got to be welcoming to change. We got to be welcoming to change. We got to be welcoming to heal. We got to be open. We got to tell our stories. We got to speak our truth. And not just because I'm nosy or people are nosy, but it's needed so we could teach these kids to deal with things better than we did and not make the same mistakes we have and know what is a mistake and what's not a mistake. Being cheated on is not a mistake. Stealing is not a mistake. Lying to people is not a mistake. Fucking people over, dogging and playing people is not a mistake. That's a choice and a decision. I've been dealt with all that. A lot of good people in this world been dealt with all that. A lot of bad people that was good been dealt with that. But let the pressure of the world and their environments and their households get to them and let their past get to them. My past gets to me sometimes, but I gotta remember who the fuck I am. And I want you to remember who the fuck you are too. You're so much greater and better than all this ignorance and bullshit, know what I mean? Say what you think and feel. Hate what you hate because of how much you love and care and want to change things and make things healthy for better. I'm finding my confidence, my happiness, my love every single day, man. It's real. And people ain't gonna believe it because people didn't believe I was real. My ex ain't believe I was real. My homies didn't believe I was real. And when you're real, you get hurt. But the real and strong survive in this world because we know what to do with the hurt. And God puts the hardest battles and the hardest wars on his strongest soldiers, his strongest angels, because we know what to do with it. And I'm just an angel walking like a bunch of healers, enlighteners, awakeners, empaths on this earth is serving God's purpose. And I want you to know it's not religion. God is just internal and infinite. God is spirituality. And you can have your own spirituality as long as it's healthy, you know what I mean? Know that you don't need external things like weed or shrooms and all that other crazy shit. But it's all God, yo. And the thing you need to learn to understand that God is you. Your heart is gonna be all right, man. My heart is gonna be all right because I know the wife I pray into existence and speak to existence is out there waiting for me. And your wife and or husband, if you gay or straight or bi, and that's bisexual, females is like a video I'm gonna need to speak about, especially in how position with men being with them. It's like, that your person, your lover, your life partner, your twin flame, your confidant, your soulmate, the one that's going to be committed, dedicated, faithful, devout, honest, vulnerable, truthful, loving, accepting, embracing, exclusive to you, is waiting for you and is there for you, just for you. Know what I mean? They're on this earth. We're on a planet filled with 7 billion people. But the crazy thing is, we think just because there's so many people on the earth that everyone's an option. There's better options, yes. But we need to learn that nobody's an option, because once we make people, human beings, an option, then that's objectification, like and sexualization. And that's what's hurting and breaking people's hearts more and more every day. That's what making these females more evil. That's what making these brothers more uncaring. Because they needed love and affection and attention and care and the respect and loyalty. But they got dehumanized from being shattered. Because they either couldn't notice or see that what wasn't good for them wasn't good for them because of what they didn't know, or what they did know but tried to give a chance to was breaking them. Or just people just being lost in the sauce because what they've been normalized and institutionalized to, living in their own hell or prison, which ties into the heart and the mind. But we're the ones over here, my hypochondriacs, my journeymen and women. It's gonna make a change, man. It's okay to be heartbroken. You just need to know and understand that whether it's hard to believe because of what your life has been lately, or what your life has always been, good is coming in your life. Love is coming into your life. Your heart, being healed, healing is coming into your life. Growth and learning is coming into your life. Your relationship and your partner, no matter how old or young you are, is coming to your life. Because I know I'm about to find my lover and my life partner soon. I know. I don't know how I know. I just know. And if I don't know, if I'm lying, then I'm speaking it into existence right now. Every single day. And like I pray for my good people out there going through the struggle, always being, overlooked, unappreciated, abused, taken advantage of. I pray heavy for y'all to get the love y'all deserve, because we do deserve it. And I pray for the people living toxically and promiscuously, living bad and doing wrong, that y'all heal and become better people and good people, and that y'all can understand the judgment that will come from being open with your past and history. I just pray and hope we all heal through our heartbreak and pain and be good, humanizing, moral people, and value ourselves and each other with self-love, self-respect, self-healing, self-growth, self-care, self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, self-embrace, self-education, and not live with ignorance and toxicity and evil and bad and wrong and narcissism and selfishness anymore. I pray all my peoples out there within my community of black culture, especially during the social media era, and also in an era where powerful things as music and TV, entertainment poison all our minds and callous our minds and hearts. I hope we see through the facades and the projections that's placed upon us of how we're supposed to react, because we also live in cancel and react culture, which is very poisonous, and that's going to be a video in the future sometime. And I hope we do the right thing, man. Because listen, life is a motherfucker. And life can be a bitch. But you gotta make life your bitch, you know what I'm saying? I hope, I don't know honestly how to feel about that, but, you know, because I'm a nice guy. But it's like, you know, you gotta stay strong, man. And being strong is being yourself. It's being vulnerable and honest and truthful and open with yourself. Being strong and callousing and hardening your heart. It's probably guarding your heart from the evils, but being strong is being more open with your heart. Because no matter what you go through, you need to be receiving of good and love. Love. Love, 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 love. The most healing word on the face on this planet. Probably in the universe, you know what I'm saying? Love. We've been drowning in hate. We're drowning in insidiousness and toxicity, materialism, promiscuity, you know, selfishness, narcissism, the evils. Because a lot of things hurt us. A lot of people hurt us. But them people gonna get their karma. And they gonna learn from the better, and they gonna become better people. And they might come back to your life. Because some people try to come back into my life. Some people I took back and got hurt more during, like my ex last year. Ended up me getting dogged out for 4 months. Her running back to her ex when we got into it. Or people that you know you just had to let go of. Like my old homie and best friend Dad. I tried welcoming him into my life again, but he ended up going missing again for a long while. And then when he tried to come back again, he apologized. I just had to let go. And now, I got good things and people in my life. Like, this is my beginning and my growth and my journey. I was always meant for this. I'm a legend walking. I'm a healing heart that's going to heal hearts. That's going to teach minds. I'm going to be the greatest of all time. Because I am already. It's just becoming more latent and potent in my power. But it's all about what I do with myself first. And what we're going to do with each other. One thing I'm overcoming is not to be scared and afraid of being around people anymore because of how much I've been hurt by people. I gotta be open, and if I get hurt by people like I have, like with the young man at my job, I still can't let that change me. I can't let my heart being broken and hurt change me and who I truthfully am. A lot of people's heartbreaks change who they are. And that person that they wish to become again, never comes back because they done too much dirt and they've been too corrupted. And I pray them people find their way. Just keep on praying and do the right thing, yo. Be a good person. Find someone to love. Don't just get into a relationship for the short term. Make it work, make it last, and if it don't happen, don't lead that person on. You know what I mean? We need to bring the real back. We need to bring good back. We need to bring love, commitment, loyalty, communication, and openness back. And we need to choose, pick, and decide, embody, live, become, and teach love, positivity, kindness, compassion, consideration, care, and good, and delight. And we need to become separated, disconnected, detached, deprogrammed, rinse, wash, clean, expunge, and cleanse, detox, purify, and baptize from the evils that is in this world. With selfishness, self-promiscuity, lust, drugs, partying, clubbing, crime, fighting. Not crime fighting, but crime and fighting. And just a lot of bad things, We heartbroken kids, that's adults. And a lot of kids is heartbroken having to be adults. And a lot of teenagers is just very lost. But we need to change that, y'all. So I'm hoping that y'all with me and not against me. And if you are against me, I still pray for you and I love you. But you ain't going to stop this train from rolling. Because me and my peoples are going to get ours. And that's on my life and God. But y'all, I thank y'all and I love y'all for kicking with me through this honesty, venting honestly. It's time to wake up. It's time But yo, I'm gonna holla at y'all in another one. I love y'all. Keep on praying. Take care of yourselves. Peace.